teams are just one game away from the FAI Junior Cup final at the Aviva Stadium. Later, we'll see the best of the action from Sheriff YC and JANESBORO FC. But first, we're back in the Midlands for the rearranged semi-final between St Peter's and Pike Rovers. The original game was scoreless when it had to be abandoned due to heavy snow. So the two teams will have to fight it out again for a place in the decider. And thankfully, the weather is better today. Let's get the views from both camps.
Yeah, I think either way it'll have to be done tonight, whether it goes to extra time and penalties. I don't think the weather's going to stop it anyway, so it's beautiful tonight, so bring it on now.
What did you make of Peters the last day?
Very difficult to say in that first 45 minutes, you know what I mean, and no real evidence from the highlights either. I had seen them anyway, so I kind of knew what type of side they were. A little bit more direct than I thought they were going to be, but you know, I found them a big side and we found it difficult to deal with them in the first half. I thought we were a little bit nervous, but second half was just a washout down, unfortunately, you know.
You've Wayne Colbert back for this game. How big a boost is that?
Yeah, well, he brings a bit of a physical presence and a huge experience. He's won this before. He's played for Athlone Town, he's played for Limerick and Pike Rovers in the League of Ireland, so he has a bit of quality and he has a bit of presence about him. So we've lost Boris, but, you know, swings and roundabouts, we have Wayne back.
So, Philip, disappointment the match was abandoned the last day, but what did you learn from Pike Rovers from that game?
Well, we learned a good bit in fairness. They're a very experienced side. A lot of their players, I suppose, like to run and play League of Ireland, but you know, they have a good cup pedigree. I think they were in the final a couple of years ago, so we learned that they're a good side.
And I'm sure the lads are as hungry as ever today to book their place in that final.
Yeah, I think there's great passion and enthusiasm from the lads. You know, it's a great carrot to play in the Aviva Stadium, but it's going to be a difficult game.
Let's get into the action. Your match commentator is Bernard O'Toole.
A narrow win over River Valley Rangers and a penalty shootout victory over Westport United in recent matches. It's fair to say this St Peter's side have proved that they have got the staying power in this competition. Plenty of League of Ireland experience in the former Athlone Town defender Niall Scullion, while in Colo, Brooks, Lee and indeed Sherlock, all of League of Ireland experience. Sherlock and Stevens, two changes from the original game. Well, the abandonment of the original game brings good and bad news for visitors Pike Rovers. Captain Wayne Colbert, who was suspended in the quarter-final, is back eligible to play. He starts, but Owen Hanrahan sustained a serious injury in that game and he misses out. One other change as Paddy O'Malley comes in for Colin Daly. Referee for today's game, Conor Byrne, the man who made the important call, and essentially the right call to abandon the original game due to that heavy snow here 10 days ago. So a place in this season's FAI Junior Cup final and a big day out at the Aviva Stadium for the winners as we go again in Tullamore. Patient play by Pike Rovers, currently third in their league, and Scullion gets that one away. Two sides really in form in their respective divisions. Eager to go all the way to the FAI Junior Cup final this season. Neville hits that one long. Scullion as ever under it. Wasn't a whole lot of good play in the original game, of course, before the snow came. The nerves just filtering out in that game. And the weather took hold. Free kick here in a good position for Pike. A chance for Paddy O'Malley to line this one up. So O'Malley takes, whipped in with pace, and the header isn't too far away. Well, it was Patrick Mullins and O'Callaghan up from the back, both in there, and that header wasn't too far off the target. Well worth another viewing. Lovely loft in, and the header not too bad either, but in the end, no real trouble to Keith Hines. Good play from Pike Rovers, who of course did win the FAI Junior Cup final back in 2011. Shot perhaps going to come in here from the left hand side, but the flag is up on this occasion against Paddy O'Malley. Well, he's seen plenty of the ball on the wide left area. It was a big call pre-kick-off to bring him into the team. Certainly played well here. One of a number of County Clare-born players in this Pike side. Connery No room whatsoever in that midfield area. Very, very congested. Layoff is good towards Jason Mullins. May just have a go from here, and does. The former Limerick GA player. Well, that'll have to go down as a wide. Just couldn't find the target. So far, neither goalkeeper called into action. Early shadow boxing in Tullamore with a huge prize on offer for the winners. Throw in here will be taken by Wayne O'Donovan, one of two sets of brothers, the O'Donovans and also, of course, the Mullins brothers in this Pike side. Well won back. A chance to work the angle down this left-hand side, which has seen plenty of joy so far for Pike Rovers. N'Golo back defending, and another shot, but again it's off target. And you have to wonder, will they rue these missed chances later on in the game? Pike Rovers with the lion's share of possession and chances, but crucially from a St. Peter's point of view, the scoreline remains 0-0. N'Golo beaten to it by Edward O'Donovan. N'Golo, one of the players flagged up pre-kick-off as a big player in this St. Peter's side. Hasn't seen much of the ball as he did in the original game either. Back in with pace. Could have gone absolutely anywhere, and it goes wide of the target. Well, their set plays have been crucial this season for Pike Rovers. Unable to find the back of the net with any here, however. Getting on in the half as McGee looks for support and gets it from Lee. The two former League of Ireland players combine, and the net result of all this is a free kick in a good area. And a free kick in Noel McGee territory. Over 20 goals this season for Noel McGee, the standout player for St. Peter's. Angle not easy for him here, but will look to pose some sort of trouble to Gary Neville. McGee takes! Smart save by Neville, and the follow-up goes wide. Well, Pike have only conceded 2 goals in 7 matches en route to today. Have their goalkeeper to thank for keeping the scoreline at scoreless here. Well, the threat from open play and from set plays from St. Peter is Noel McGee. Stung the hands of the goalkeeper here, who was scrambling to get across at his near post. Just bobbled just ahead of Gary Neville as well. Now Scullion and manager Philip Coffey just having words there. They're well within this game, and certainly more football being played here than we've seen when the snow arrived 10 days ago. Flicked on by McGee, and again by Lee, and it's another free kick. In a very similar position to where Noel McGee went close a couple of moments ago. They go short on this occasion. McGee. Lee on the overlap, well in, and the header in the end came in from Scott Delaney. McGee, nice little ball around the corner. They're still forward following the set play. They may have gotten in here as well. Lee, in the end it's knocked behind, safety first. Well, David Byrne has called us back for this free kick. It's almost identical to where Noel McGee went very close just a couple of moments ago. McGee again goes near post, and again it's read by Neville. Back out to McGee once more. He is the danger man. Lee lofts it in there. Delaney making a nuisance of himself up from the back, but it's turned around the corner from Wayne O'Donovan. Sent long, and that's the half-time whistle. And in the rearranged game, we're exactly where we were at the start of the original game. No closer to knowing who's going to go forward to the FAI Junior Cup final at the Aviva Stadium. An interesting second half, and extra time and penalties, if needed, lie in wait. Half-time, it's St. Peter's 0, Pike Rovers 0. Red sky at night, possibly St. Peter's delight. Second half underway with no changes on either side. 45 minutes and more if needed to decide who heads to the Aviva Stadium. For the very first time, let's not forget, former winners Pike Rovers, but they won that final outside of the Aviva Stadium back in 2011 when they won 2-1 the decider against St. Michael's. And the referee says that's going to be a free kick. We've seen plenty of free kicks in this area for St. Peter's in the first half, so it comes in, and it's Not too far off the target. Smart header by Gary Stevens. Well, we had some shadow boxing in the first half. Business certainly picking up in this second half. McGee lurking here as Colbert has made a right old mess of that. What can they do from here? McGee, angle against him, gets his shot in, and the goalkeeper claims. Well, just for a second it looked like he was going to be able to cut inside onto his right foot. As soon as he was forced onto his left, the angle made it almost impossible, even for a striker of his quality. And good so far in this second half. As it comes in, it's another header. And that isn't too far off the target either. Gary Stevens with this header. Tough tackling midfielder, brought into the 11, not known for his goal-scoring exploits. But they're getting closer, St. Peter's. Pike Rovers looking to become the first Limerick side to win the FAI Junior Cup since they won it back in 2011. Pike Rovers with 8 goals without reply across the last 2 rounds. Nice play. Keane Collins, is he in here? He almost is, Collins. Went for the far corner, went for the more difficult effort on goal. And unfortunately just couldn't nestle it into the top corner. Finds his net. The build-up play was good. Lovely little ball around the corner from Connery and Collins. Well, it wasn't an easy chance to try and take it, he did. It's another chance that goes a-begging for Pike. Scullion well in there, and Golo will look to take it, and Golo can't. Nicely in, referee says he's going to play advantage. David Byrne here. Back in, header! Once again, knocking on the door are Pike Rovers. Crucially, it remains scoreless. But they're building themselves into this game and setting up for a strong finish. Possibility of extra time, a real one now at this stage, as Scullion thumps that one away. Back in. Nice little ball over the top. Stephen McGann, he's in here. Well saved for the goalkeeper, and the follow-up is in. The former Limerick and Wolves player finally breaks the deadlock. Tidy finish, well-timed run, and just look at there, they celebrate. Just look at what it means to Pike Rovers. And at this late stage, that just could be that. They stood up the back four, Delaney and Scullion. Flag didn't come up, he wasn't offside. And following up and picking up his own pieces was McGann. Absolutely nothing the goalkeeper could do. Lovely ball over the top to absolutely take out the back four, the rock steady back four of St. Peter's. And he did the rest. Lovely finish, good play. And our Pike Rovers heading with the Aviva Stadium. Time now very much an enemy for St. Peter's. They're as much playing the clock as they are playing the opposition. Heavy legs as Scullion. Well, he must have thought about knocking that one out of play. It's too late for that. It's a little bit short. And the goalkeeper gets it away, headed down. John Connery now may just have a go. Connery! Brilliant! Absolutely top draw! What a goal! And surely now it is the Aviva Stadium. And if that is to be the seal on the win for Pike Rovers, what a finish it is. The shot didn't look on. The execution absolutely perfect. Goalkeeper beaten by a moment of sheer quality from Connery. Well chested down, a lovely finish. Goalkeeper scrambling, a real beaut. Well, semi-finals are decided on special moments. That absolutely really special. Pike Rovers are heading for the Aviva Stadium. It's their day. The 2011 winners will get their first taste of the changing rooms and the big atmosphere at the Aviva Stadium. They had to battle hard. They had to travel from Limerick on 2 occasions, but they are the first Limerick side through to the final since Ballinanty Rovers a couple of years ago, and they're looking now to become the first Limerick side to win the FAI Junior Cup final great as they won it back in 2011. Pike Rovers went out with some real top quality goals, especially that lovely finish from John Connery. Full-time score in Tullamore, St. Peter's 0, Pike Rovers 2.
So, Stephen, congratulations. A 5-year wait for an appearance on an FAI Junior Cup final is over. How do you feel?
Over the moon. Coming in, especially coming from the last match, playing so much against them and knowing that they're about coming up here and this playing, putting so much against them as well. And we knew it was going to be a battle, but thankfully came out top at the end.
And you scored one of the 2 goals. Talk us through it.
I just made my run past him. I was 1-on-1 before I knew it, and the flag looked over and the flag wasn't up, so I thought I'd try to keep a cool head, but keeper done well and saved it, but I got the rebound, so happy any goals to take that, like, so.
Brilliant second goal as well from John Connery.
Over the moon. We knew John could do that all day long, and once he got the strike I knew it was in, I was behind him, and as soon as I went in we just thought it was over because it was so late, and over the moon, and happy now to be into the final. Hopefully we can beat Sheriff.
So after the snow, a replay, you're there now in the final at the Aviva Stadium.
Just can't wait now, come on to it. It's been a long time since we were up there last, so especially we haven't been to the Aviva at all. It didn't turn us across last time, so it'll be a different experience altogether, and great for all the players and staff and everything, putting the work in all year, and basically more the staff enjoy it more than players and everything, so hopefully we can do them proud as well and all our family and stuff, so see what it takes.
It was very tight, but look, I felt we deserved to win the game. You know, first half was very even. They're very direct side. I mean, they kick the ball long and they get players up after it, and you know, when you're defending on the edge of your 18-yard box, you're a little bit nervous, but I felt second, when we got them in at half time and we changed a few things, I felt second half we bossed the game. Like, they were pretty much on their 18-yard line for the whole game, so you know, we're a little bit lucky with the ball coming off the keeper for Stephen, and felt lovely for him. You know, it took us how long? Between 60 minutes the last time and 88 minutes tonight, so you know, it's the guts of 200 minutes or guts of 160, 180 minutes to get a goal, so it was worth waiting for, and certainly the second one was as well.
You had 2 brilliant goals. They came late, as you said. You must have thought at some stage that it was going to extra time.
Definitely, you know, because I felt that we had a lot of chances in the game and our final ball wasn't good. We're a little bit greedy a couple of times. We could have squared it to people who were in better positions, so I wasn't very happy with that, and I just felt, you know, they looked dangerous on the break. They were quick. The 2 wingers were quick. The 2 big lads up front, and anything can happen. You know, ball goes in the box from a set piece, you know, but look, battered and bruised in there because it was a tough encounter. They're a very, very physical side, but you know, I don't think they'll hurt that much tonight after the win, like, you know.
Great celebrations from your supporters who made the trip here today. It clearly means a lot to them to get into that final for the first time in 5 years. Yeah,
look, you know, it's been a difficult time. You know, we haven't been kind of knocking on the door for a while. We lost the league last year, you know, and we've been winning leagues down there regularly, so it's not been a great time in the club recently, you know, success wise. And look, I believe that this is a big football club and we should be in the deeper water of these competitions all the time, and look, we're just delighted, and obviously we were up there for the quarter-final draw. Really looking forward to that now, you know.
It's hard, but you know, we've had a fantastic journey to get this far, and I suppose against all the odds we've been away from home about 1 round, and yeah, it's disappointing, but that's football.
You were right in the game until late on.
Yeah, I mean, we had 1 or 2 chances, especially the first half. It was a very tight game, in fairness. In fairness to Pike, they're a very good team, but ourselves, you know, we just didn't take the chances when they appeared, and unfortunately we got caught in the last couple of minutes.
Pike Rovers are through to the final of the FAI Junior Cup, so let's see who'll join them. Let's get the best of the action from the second semi-final between Sheriff YC and JANESBORO FC at Frank Cook Park.
JANESBORO have settled into the game well, Bernard. 15 minutes, he'd be delighted with the start. They've looked dangerous from a couple of set pieces, so far so good for them.
Could be in behind here. Murphy's got around the goalkeeper. It's 1-0. First blood to Sheriff in the blink of an eye. Having spent so much of the opening 15 or so minutes here defending, they take the lead.
Just as I was saying, JANESBORO were doing well, Bernard. Just a long, hopeful punt by Kavanagh. They were asleep at the back, but Murphy was alive, got in behind, and a really good finish. Keeper was slow off the line as well. You could ask question mark to him, but a really good finish from Murphy. And he's capable of that. He pops up with important goals. He done it in the quarter-final as well against Kilbarrack. And they'll be bitterly disappointed, JANESBORO, to give away such a sloppy goal.
Back to the throw taker, Boyle. Well looked after there. Clark just turns, tries to find a little half a yard to get a shot away. He's in here. It's 1-1. Clark with the tee up, and the finish is by Noonan. Huge drama inside the opening 20 minutes. an instant response from Janesborough, and once again a tidy finish by Noonan.
To say you're at your most vulnerable when you've just scored, Bernard, and that's certainly the case. But brilliant play by Shane Clark, holding off 2 defenders and plays a really cute little pass into Noonan, and he really took the finish very well. Lee Murphy tried to come out and close the angle, but a great finish from Noonan, and Janesborough are back in the game. And then they scored straight away.
Lofted in towards the far post, the header! It's 2-1! Perfect scoreline, but they've won their last 2 games with a great header at the back post, and Sheriff retake the lead.
Well, we spoke about Lynch's delivery, Bernard, and it was a great ball into the box, but a man getting on the end of it who you wouldn't really expect with his aerial ability. Darren Dunn, he's more known for his technical ability, but he popped in at the back post and it was a really good header. But Janesborough, again, if Sheriff carve you open, you'll say fair enough, but if you're conceding goals from a set piece, they'll be really disappointed.
O'Mara, good defending from the centre half, but still Sheriff come. Again, it's Sean Murphy. Rock, not a good first touch, gets his shot away in the second and is sent in. It's 3-1, and perhaps now that could be that. Murphy and Rock involved, and in the end it was an easy finish.
Yeah, superb play down the right hand side again. The 2 Murphys involved, but it was Paul. He's been the driving force all day, Bernard, winning the ball back, eventually getting across into the box. Rock done really well because it was a difficult ball to control. Got a shot off, but it was Higgins in the middle. And I think at 3-1 now, they've been very good in this second half, Sheriff.
Good ball out wide. Is there another goal as it comes across? Rock! That's the seal. And that's number 4. John Rock with the goal. He scored some crucial goals in this cup run and previous FAI Junior Cup runs. And he finishes well. He was never going to miss from there.
He's been very good in this second half. As we said, Bernard, everything that's been good about him has gone through John, and he's topped it off with his goal there right at the death. Good play by Joe O'Neill coming out from the back. Easy enough finish. But at that stage, Janesborough, the heart and soul has gone out of him in this second half.
And then there were 2. Pike Rovers and Sheriff YC will go head to head in this season's FAI Junior Cup. Next stop for them is the Aviva Stadium. We'll see you then.